Guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're talking all about Leaderstats part 11 in the series. I hope you're excited. We're going to jump right into it. I couldn't think of a comment question today, so if you guys still want those, let me know in the comments. That can be the comment question. Do you still like the comment questions? And should I continue to do them? So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into today's episode. Today is all about Leaderstats. This isn't like the most important thing when it comes to scripting, but I thought I'd throw it in there because a lot of games have them. So yeah, let's go ahead and get on to it. By the way, sorry if I sound congested. I'm a bit sick right now, but still want to make these videos for you guys. So let's create a new script inside of ServerScript service, and let's call this Leaderstats script. Perfect. So what I'm going to have you type out, I'm just going to have you type the whole script, and then we're going to go over it first, but first we're going to type it. So we'll say game.players.playerAdded, connect function, right, with the player in there. So remember, whenever a player is added, we're going to do whatever's in here, and then this is the player that joined. Remember, it's a built-in parameter. Kind of breezing through this since we've already done it. Now we're going to work on some instancing. So we'll say local leader stats equals instance.new, and whenever you instance leader stats, which I'm going to show you in a second, you don't type leader stats right here. Okay, you just type folder. And a folder is something that, well, it is a folder. So if you insert a folder into your game, you can store everything inside of here, whatever you want. Just maybe you store a part in there, and then you have this folder for parts, right? But in this case, we want a folder, and we're going to call this folder Leaderstats. So we can say leaderstats.name. This is important. Name it to be leaderstats with a lowercase l, spelled just like this. Because whenever you insert a folder inside of a player with this name right here, Leaderstats with a lowercase l, it will automatically create that leader stats that you see in the top right corner. Like if you see coins or something in the top right corner in games, it automatically creates that for you. So you also need to parent it to the player. Okay, so this creates a brand new folder inside of the player, and it names it Leader Stats. So make sure you have that, and then I'm going to play the game so you guys can see. If I drop down the players right here by clicking this triangle and myself, you can see there's this folder called Leader Stats. And we can start adding things to that, actually, by saying, let's insert some coins. So local coins, and then let me show you something. Remember how we had strings, bools, and integers? Well, you can actually insert real objects to hold those, and they're called int values, string values, or bool values. So, for example, go into replicated storage, just for the example, okay, and type in, and click the plus and type in bool value. And as you can see, it's created this new value. We can rename it to be bool value, and look at this. There's this value property, and you can uncheck it and check it, and that's what it is. It's true or false. True, false. We can delete that and insert a string value. And I'm going to name this string value. And as you can see, it also has a value property, and it is a string. So blah, blah, blah. It's a string, right? A string of words. So there's that. And you can also do an int value. I'm going to name this int value. And you can change this to be whatever number you want. You'll see that if we try to type in a string, it will have an issue with an error. So always numbers with int values. And lastly, there's one more. It's called number value. This is basically a float, which is basically you can include decimals. Okay, so 1,331.421. So those are the different types of values. So in here we can say local coins equals instance.new, member creating a brand new object, and we're going to insert an int value. So this is an integer, a number, right? So we can say coins.name equals to, and this is your currency name. Okay, so this is what's going to show up on your leader stats. For me, I'm going to do coins, and then we can say coins.parent equals to leader stats. Always, when you need something in your leader stats, always parent it to this folder called leader stats, okay? So we've created a folder called leader stats, and we've put it inside of the player. And now we've created an int value called coins, and we've put it inside of the leader stats. Lastly, we can give it a default value equals to 0. So whenever they join, it starts out as being 0. And now we can hit play. And let me do this really quick because this is a bug sometimes. And as you can see, we have coins in the top right with a value of 0. And that's because you can see inside of our leader stats, we have this int value called coins. And if you ever want to change this manually, make sure you click this client or current client button. That'll switch you to the server. We're going to talk more about that in part 13 when we talk about remote events. But make sure you click that and you could go into your player, the leader stats, coins, and you could change that value. And then it would update for the server, right? Right now I have 12 million coins. Perfect. So let's go back into the leader stats script, and now we probably want to do something every second. Let's give them some coins. So we can say while wait 10 do, or actually while wait 1 do. So every second we're going to keep looping. By the way, you could also write while true do, and that'll just loop forever, but you always need to add a wait at the bottom, otherwise it'll crash. So we can say coins.value equals coins.value plus 10. So every second we will get 10 more coins because it's looping through forever. We're going to give the player 10 more coins. We're going to add 10 to the value of coins. Say coins.value equals coins.value plus 10. So remember, let's insert an int value again. And you can see this value right here. We're basically saying, hey, we're adding 10 again, adding 10 again to your property called value. Alright, so that's that. And then we can also, or what we're also saying is after we add 10, we're waiting 1 second before we loop around and do it again. So I hope that makes sense. If we go ahead and play this, we can see that every second we should be, yep, we're getting 10 coins every second. Now, I want to do something where we could come over here and we could like click a button and it'll spawn a part as long as we have 100 coins or more. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to go ahead and insert a circle, or sphere, sorry, not a circle, a red sphere, and I'm going to anchor it. And this is going to be our button, okay? So you could like move it down into the ground like that, so it looks more like a button, just popping out of the ground. So let's name this button, okay? And let's insert something called a click detector. Now, a click detector, basically, what a click detector is it allows you to be able to click a game object or part, okay? You can click it and do something whenever you click it. So, for example, let's go ahead and play this game. And when we hover our mouse over any part, like this, or this, or this, you'll notice nothing happens, but in this part that we have a click detector on, once we get close enough, you can see we're able to click it. And now we're going to script it to actually do something when we do click it, okay? So, let's insert a script inside of the click detector, actually. We can call this click script. It's always a good idea to name your scripts so you don't get lost. And we can say script.parent.mouseClick connect function player. Like this, okay? So, this is a new event that we haven't learned yet, but this is just saying whenever our click detector was clicked, then we're going to do whatever's in here, and this also has a built-in parameter, and as you can see up here, it's the player who clicked it, okay? So the built-in parameter is whoever clicked it, and as you can see, something that's going to help you a lot of people were asking me, how do you know when something has a built-in parameter? Well, you can see up here, it has player who clicked, player. So it's saying you can create a new variable. In this example, it's calling it player right here, but it's telling you it's this variable or this parameter is whatever player actually clicked it. So let's go ahead and call this player. Now we have the player who clicked it, and we can say if player find first child leader stats. Then, so let's just make sure they even have leader stats. They should, but it's a good debugging situation, and else we can print, for some reason, the player doesn't have leader stats, okay? So that's something, an example where you can debug, so we can say if we found their leader stats. Otherwise, we can print this, okay? So, whenever a player clicks it, we want to check to see if they have leader stats. Next, we'll say if player.leaderstats. We can just say .leaderstats because now we know we have leader stats. .coins.value, right? Because that's how many coins they have is greater than or equal to 100 then. So if the value of their coins is greater than or equal to 100, or if they have at least 100 coins, then we can keep going. We can say else print not enough coins. Then we can go ahead and spawn a part up here if they actually do have enough coins. So we can spawn a part, so we can say local part equals instance.new part.brickcolor equals brickcolor.random. And last but not least, we can say part.parent equals game.workspace. Actually, I'm wrong. That's not last but not least. We also now need to get rid of their coins, so like they're actually buying something. So we can say player.leaderstats.coins.value equals player.leaderstats.coins.value minus 100. So we're first checking to see, hey, does this player that clicked it even have leader stats? Okay, if so, do they have at least 100 coins? If so, then we can go ahead and spawn a part, and then get rid of 100 coins, okay? Now, a shortcut to doing this, instead of having to write all this out, you can actually just say player.leaderstats.coins.value minus equals 100, and that just says, hey, we're going to set it to whatever the coins are currently equal to, but we're also going to subtract 100, okay? So let's go ahead and give it a play. And once we play this, we should have our coins going up. As you can see, we have 20, 30, 40 coins right now. If I click the button before we have 100 coins, you'll see there are more, oh, hold on. Okay, let's go ahead and click this, and as you can see, it should have spawned in a part somewhere. I think that's that one over there. But as you can see, we can click it again, and let's scroll down on the output. Not enough coins is being printed, okay? Also, I'm going to go ahead and remove this print there are more than 0 players in the game because that's getting quite annoying right now. So something you can actually do if you just want to work on one script at a time, you can actually click a script and in the properties click enabled. I think I may have showed you this, I don't remember, but if you uncheck that, then it will no longer run. So I want for this one to just disable or unenable, right, the loops script so it doesn't keep looping. And now, inside of the workspace, let's just go ahead and open this up. Let's wait till we have 20 coins, or sorry, 100 coins, and then we should see a brand new part spawn in here. Yep, look at that, this part was added, so watch right here when I click. Oh, wait, I don't have enough coins yet. Not enough coins, perfect, it's working. And we can click again, as you can see, there's another part. And if we head over here, you can see these parts are spawning in. We could also position them to be next to the player if you wanted, but I'm not going to go through the trouble right now. That's the basics of Leader Stats. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, make sure you subscribed and you like the video for the next one. That should be coming out very soon. Hope you're enjoying all these uploads recently. I've been having a lot of fun making them, so I hope you're enjoying watching them. So other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.